Hallo allemaal op deze hele mooie dag. Mijn naam is Arjan Hilbrands, de broer van Harald. Graag wil ik een paar woorden zeggen, ook namens mijn trotse ouders, Roelof en Greetje, die zitten daar. Vast al gezien vandaag. Het is super mooi en bijzonder om je zoon en je grote broer het ja-woord te zeggen tegen zijn grote liefde. We zijn natuurlijk heel blij en wij willen graag even ook iets persoonlijks zeggen tegen Kirsten. Roelof en Greetje hebben heel lang lopen nadenken van wat ze tegen Kirsten wil zeggen om Kirsten te verwelkomen in de familie. Nou Kirsten, komt-ie. Kirsten?
Mooi.
Mooi. Welkom in de familie. Er zijn natuurlijk hele simpele woorden, wat ook een beetje getuigen hoe wij zijn. Alleen, onderliggend betekent dat wij heel blij met jou zijn en je altijd heel erg welkom bent bij ons en wij er altijd voor jullie zouden zijn. Ik als oudere broer vind het natuurlijk ook fantastisch dat Harald gelukkig is. Ik voel me natuurlijk altijd een klein beetje verantwoordelijk voor Harald, maar hij weet zich altijd heel goed te redden. En ik ben ook super blij met Kirsten en ik weet dat goed zit. Dat was, bij andere relaties misschien was anders, maar bij deze weet je echt, ja, nu zeker, dat is een blijvertje. Toch hadden wij het huwelijk nog niet zien aankomen. Dat was op een gegeven moment op een zondagochtend werden we gebeld door Harald en Kirsten vanuit Mexico. En toen vertelden ze ons het mooie nieuws, dronken van geluk en van de corona's. Dat ze gingen trouwen. Harald had zijn La Pedida gedaan, dat is Mexicaans voor huwelijksaanzoek. En she said yes. Si. Of ja. Maar eigenlijk was het ook wel een soort van logisch dat jullie gaan trouwen. Want Harald is helemaal zichzelf bij Kirsten. Bij Kirsten is er altijd een soort van relaxedheid. Jullie delen dezelfde passies. Is ook al genoemd, hè? Basketbal, feestjes, vrienden, lekker eten, Frans. Dus allebei dezelfde behoeftes. Maar het mooie is, jullie doen het ook allebei op je eigen manier. Jullie laten daar ook elkaar ook vrij in en jullie kunnen daar ook goed met elkaar over praten. Dus dat is super mooi. Harold en ik zijn natuurlijk vervent basketballers. Wij kunnen de hele dag door lullen over basketbal. Dat was 5 jaar geleden, kwam Harold ook naar me toe van yo Dopie, ik heb een power forward aan de haak geslagen. Ze leert als Dona uit de Eredivisie van Martini Sparks. Excuse. En die had gewoon vette moves buiten het veld en in het veld. Ze zag er gewoon goed uit. En Harald zei ook nog tegen mij van, en ze kan heel goed bankdrukken. Het was gewoon, toch? Bankdrukken was toch?
Ja, sporten, bankdrukken, ik weet niet meer.
Ja, in ieder geval, jij was super onder de indruk.
Het was een nacht was dat.
Altijd goed.
Dus oftewel, he found his all-star, on the court en off the court. En om basketbaltermen te blijven, ze was meer dan just a rebound. But with basketball, rebound is very important. So, nee, dat is natuurlijk gekheid. Kirsten was een topspeler en Kirsten is Harald's MVP. Dus Most Valuable Player. Of beter gezegd is MVW. Dus Most Valuable Wife. Met nu haar eigen championship ring on her finger. Show them. Nou, nu, zonder gekheid. Lieve Harold en Kirsten, wij wensen jullie een leven vol liefde en geluk. Ga mooie herinneringen samen maken. Blijf met elkaar in gesprek en heb elkaar lief.
Nou.
Wij houden van jullie. Liefs, Roelof, Geetje en ikzelf. Well, Jim. The mic is yours.
Let's go, Jim.
Right, well, good evening, everybody. And I'd like to give a big Scottish welcome to everybody here. I know that some people have had quite a distance to travel to get here, but we're really glad that you were able to join us today on the occasion of Harry and Kirsten's wedding. Before I retired, I was a teacher in Edinburgh School. And one of my extra jobs was to arrange and take part in an exchange with a school in Roermond, in Limburg. And I returned from the first journey abroad, and when I came back, there was a card waiting for me. And here it is, and it says, Dad, Edinburgh, Holland, well, the geography is almost right, and here's the North Sea, but inside it says, Dad, to Dad, I missed you, Kirsten. But you see, now it should really be the other way around, and it should be Mum and Dad, I miss you, Kirsten. Because I remember her sitting upstairs at the computer, booking a flight to Amsterdam, telling us that she was going to be playing for a new team starting up called Martini Sparks in a city called Groningen. So we got the case down from the attic, and off she went, case in one hand, basketball boots in the other, and her parting words were, don't worry, it's probably only going to be a year. So we came across to make sure that she was okay, saw what a beautiful city Groningen is, enjoyed the sightseeing, the shopping, the eating out, and then she signed for another year. So back over again, more eating, more drinking, more shopping, and then she signed for a third year. And we thought, well, there must be something going on here. And then we met Harry.
That's okay.
I'm right. And then we met Harry, Harry's mum and dad, and his family, and his friends, and we realised that she'd actually started a new life for herself over here, and that we didn't need to worry. She was loved, she was cherished, she was looked after. And we knew then the big case and the basketball boots were going to be back in Edinburgh anytime soon. So Harry, you're marrying a lass from Scotland, from the land of hills and glens, whose Latin motto, no Caledonia, no festum, or, well, somebody got that one already, that's good, or, no Scotland, no party. Still rings round Europe to this day. A proud land where men wear skirts, and I'm proud of it. And Harry, you know that because you've done that.
Yeah.
But the national dish is a sheep's stomach, filled with its heart and lungs, boiled up with oatmeal and spices and served with neeps and tatties called haggis. And you know that because you've eaten it. And where our national instrument is a pig's bladder inflated called doodle sacks or bagpipes. And you know that because you've heard that and seen it. So you may be having second thoughts. But I know, and I think everybody here knows, how much love and affection you do have for each other. Now, right, so I believe, or I'm told, it's been 5 years to the day since your first date. I hope that went well. But we're very happy to be here to celebrate your wedding. But there maybe are one or two things about Kirsten that you should know. Now, I know you both met through your passion for basketball. Now, Kirsten actually started off as a City of Edinburgh Wildcat. And she's morphed somehow into a Gronninger Green Owl. I don't know how that's happened. But I remember seeing her as a 12-year-old in an under-16 league, charging down the court in a strip 3 times too big for her. And I thought then, she's a wee bit special. And it turned out that was the case, as she ended up going on to play for Scotland and GB under-20s. But you know, I think there's another frustrated athlete in there. I know she's a strong swimmer. And I know that when we used to go out running together, she used to take great delight in telling Liz how she had to wait for me to catch her up. And now that she's over here, she's a natural on the bike. So Harry, I think there's a frustrated triathlete waiting to come out here. Maybe LA 28 isn't too far away. So just in case, I would keep your bike battery in full charge. You never know when you're going to do this.
Find out.
Now, Kirsten's also pretty fearless. I see her taking charges in the basketball court, just dusting herself down, makes me wince, but she just dusts herself down, gets on with the game. I should have realised that from years ago when we were on holiday in the Lake District and we came across this really long, undulating slide. And Liz and I sort of looked at each other and we're trying to decide which one of us should go down with Kirsten to make sure she was okay, because she was really quite small at the time. And we turned round, and there she was, halfway up the steps, coconut bat over the shoulder, ready to go. So we knew then she was pretty fearless. But there was that one occasion when we were on the Jurassic Park ride in Orlando. And we climbed about 30 or 40 feet up in a canoe, and we're heading towards this cave entrance with a big dinosaur head in front. And I felt this hand coming through on my arm, and a voice in my ear saying, "We're really high up here." Just before we plunged about 40 feet down into the ground. Now, the nail marks are actually healing up quite well. So Harry, I don't think you should plan anything up Martini Towers.
No.
It's really well as part of your thing. Now, also, one of the things that Kirsten is she's great with new technology. New phones, new computers, don't worry at all, she just gets on with it. And in fact, I was watching the other day getting ready for a run. So on went the watch, strapped on, not only tells the time, tells how long it takes to run, tells the distance that you ran, and works out your average speed for you. And then round the middle went the phone, and then on went a pair of wireless earphones, right, with cams on them that made it actually look like Princess Leia from Star Wars. So I was a bit worried when she went off running, but at least she came back safely. But she's also got another side to her, another talent. In fact, if she had a superhero name, it would be called the Repurposer, because she always finds new uses for bits that are lying around the house. Now, for example, I remember taking an old Apple Mac II down to the Apple shop, and the technician there sort of lifted it and heard the rattle. So he turned it up on its side, and some money fell out. Kirsten not only thought it was a computer, thought it was a piggy bank for her money. And then there was a time, one Christmas, when we were wrapping presents, and I thought, yeah, we'll put on a CD. And I went to the CD player, couldn't get it to open, couldn't get the CD tray to open. So I looked inside it, and a bit of investigation, I found there was a cassette tape in the CD tray. I've got no idea how she got cassette tape into the CD tray and got it closed. But needless to say, the cassette tape didn't play, And the CD player never ever played again. So Silent Night was the song for that Christmas. But the one that's actually most hurtful to me was when I was going to put on some aftershave from a bottle that I thought was nearly full. But when I got to the bottle, it was empty. And Kirsten had decided that my Paco Rabanne Sport should actually be used as a toilet cleaner, and had emptied it down the toilet. Now, I really don't know if that's a comment on my aftershave or on our toilet. But one thing was for sure, we certainly had the best smelling toilet in Edinburgh. But lastly, Kirsten loves animals. Whenever we're on holiday, we always had to find a small farm or a zoo where you could go and feed some of the animals, the pygmy goats or the rabbits or the chickens. And when Liz and I retired, she decided it was time that the family got a dog. And about 9 years ago, Cooper joined us, or Jack Russell. And Kirsten said, "Don't worry, it's my dog. I'll feed it, I'll water it, I'll walk it."
Yeah.
It's wonderful what you can do over the internet these days. It really is. And every time we link up by computer now, Cooper goes into a barking frenzy because he knows the voice but doesn't know where it's coming from. Or maybe he's just waiting for the next walk. You never know. But Kirsten's been adopted by Harry's cat, Franz. And Franz has decided that he's now going to be her bodyguard. And quite often when Kirsten's working, you'll find Franz on the computer keys, so he's got to be shifted to move. Now I know that Cooper and Franz both probably wanted to be here today, and I'm sure both send their best regards. But there is an animal that she's terrified of. And you should know she's got a morbid fear of spiders. So if you do hear a scream, don't worry, she's probably only been confronted by some 8-legged monster. And so, from Liz and I, we would like to give you our blessing on the proviso that from time to time we can come over, do some sightseeing, a bit of shopping, and a bit of eating out. And as long as we can do that, we wish you all the very best for the future. Thank you.
Next time when you speech, do this like a little bit more earlier before the wedding, because then I can change my mind maybe.
Don't say that.
No, just kidding. Yeah. Nee, thank you, James. Thank you, Dopey. We also want to say thank you to everybody. Who didn't have any preparations.
No.
Do you want to do it in English and I'm Dutch? Me Dutch? Me
Yeah,
Dutch.
but then we need to do the...
Yeah. Okay, but some house rules. Like we want to like celebrations. Als ze zeggen bijvoorbeeld, oh Michael bedankt voor iets, applaudisseren.
Yeah.
But with one clap. You know what I mean? So we're gonna say like, oh Jim, thank you for the speech. Yes. Ja? Ja, we want to thank you everybody that you guys are here. We willen iedereen bedanken dat jullie er allemaal zijn. Maar een paar mensen, a few people want to like even een beetje extra bedanken. Wat vind ik extra? Ik doe nu 2 talen dat ik het helemaal niet kan. Ik improviseer. I'm improvisating. But you guys understand what we're gonna do. Oh yeah. When we were organizing this day, it felt sometimes like it's the big KJ and Harry show, and it is. Thank you, Thijsie, for saying that and listening. Oh! And what do you want to do? Yeah, the big heavy show, but now it's a big Harry and KJ show. Now on.
Yeah. We want to first of all thank our parents, onze ouders.
Yes. Thank you.
For supporting us through everything, listening to us, and helping with the day.
Make us big people and leuke mensen. Yeah, big people. We grew up. Yeah. Our witnesses: Dopie, Arjan, Paul, Jenny, Anouk. Yes. Het werkt wel, hè? Het werkt.
But also thank you for organizing our hymn parties and bachelor parties. And also a big thank you to Michael Drent for the organization of Harry's.
Michael! Yeah, because Michael, because I had no clue when my bachelor party was. Because the organization didn't want to tell me, but Michael told me. Thank you. So I can check out which festival we want to go, and yeah, that was nice. So Michael.
Up next is Lisa. Yeah, all your save the dates, invitations, the ceremony books, the chair reservations, they were made by Lisa.
Stand up, Lisa. Woo! Oh, this one is enough. And she can get 2. Yes. We had our Sanne, she was the ambtenaar. I don't know what's the English word for ambtenaar? Babs, efficient. She was efficient. But Isa, Katie and Marvin, they also made great speeches. So 1 for each is 3 claps. Nice.
Everybody who's helped with the organization is setting up today. Yeah, you know who you are, so Koen, Kaat and Niels for the photos. Dus that is also 3 claps.
Yes. It's on the. Yeah, we have more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can say that.
Janie, you don't know it yet, but the thank yous, the favours, were partly made through Janie McBarty. So 1 clap for Janie. And also, you'll be all glad to hear Samari has sponsored your favours today.
The liquor, yes. Oh, you guys get excited. And now first, and of course you guys see the big tractor over there? Yeah? Woo! It's made by a big special friend of us, Michael Kunst. Thank you. And we have 1 fire starter of this wedding. We had like everybody moest zich aanmelden.
Yeah, you all had to RSVP for today.
Ja, en iemand meldde zich als eerste aan en dat was Sjoukje Kroeze! Dankjewel Sjouk, Firestarter. Oh yeah. We have 1 more idea. We grew up at a basketball arena, the Mars, Martini Plaza, somewhere in Embra. Salakov, and all the basketballers know a thing called the wave.
Mexican wave.
The Mexican wave. And that means like we start there and we end over there and we go back. And if we start there in like 3, 2, 1, you guys have to woo! And then woo! And then we go back. Yeah?
It's time in!
5! wife. Yeah, buffet is open maybe. But we all love you and thank you for being here. Nou, eten.